I am Vikas from LearnDreamSkill.com and you are welcome to the LearnDreamSkill.com. And today we are going to learn one of the most demanding, I would say, technology or technique or I would say domain, which is going in industry right now. And what is that? That is the machine learning. So let me just go or let me just start explaining the same. So mainly whenever like after completing education or if you are not satisfied with your job, then what you start doing, so you just start searching for the options to get the job, and you will just search in the Google, you will just go to various institutes, and lots of people will just say that you just become the data scientist, and they will just say that like you just learn the machine learning, you will become the data scientist and you will just get the huge salary, your future will be bright. Whereas when we just want to start learning the machine learning, so we are having as a whole various questions like what to learn in the machine learning and how to learn machine learning. So I have just noted down few points which will just I would say answer your all of the queries, and you will be you will be completely clear about everything. So you need to give time to watch this video because I'm just going to cover everything. So don't feel like it is just too long video, because if I just want to explain you everything, then it will be definitely long video. And if I just want to I don't want mainly explain in a proper way. I just want YouTube view just for example. So I'll just make it short because you will be happy to see the short video, and you will just watch that and you will just think like within 10 minutes I'll be able to know like what is machine learning. But it is not like that. If you just want to get the good knowledge, so you need to give more time. So first thing which we are just going to start, like what is the machine learning and where it is used. So I would say that machine learning is a concept, okay? And like whenever you are working for any company, okay? So there can be various requirements. So suppose if company just giving the loan to the customer, so basis on that, what company would like to do? Company would like to check whether somebody will do fraud or not. Because if company will start giving loan unnecessarily to everybody, and they will just think that if we will give more loan to everybody, we will just get more interest from the guys. But it is not like that. So like if company has just given loan, company has given loan to various guys, and out of 100 guys, 50 guys are not paying the loan back, then what issue will be there? Neither they will just get the interest back, or they will not get their principal amount as well, which they have just given as a loan. Okay, so like before giving any loan to anybody, company just try to find the fraud deduction as well, whether those that guy whosoever is just coming to get the loan will uh, pay or repay the amount or not, and how they can just identify that. So we can just simply think about few things. So suppose whenever everybody or anybody, I would say, go to any company to get the loan, what companies ask? They ask like what is your salary, in which company you are working, how many years you are working, and like what liabilities you are having, are you having any current loan running, what is your credit score. They will just check that as well, because if you are just paying your existing loans in a proper way, you will be having the good credit score. And if you are not having the good credit score, so company will able to know that you are the guy who is not paying the EMIs at the time. So there is a probability that you will not repay loan of them as well. Okay, so they will come to know that you are the culprit, and if you are having the good credit score, so they will come to know that you are the good guy, you will just pay the loan. So that is how machine learning just help us to find the fraud. And like same way you can just we can just discuss another exercise as well. So like you are the retail I would say real estate company, and you are just selling lots of, I would say, you are building lots of, I would say, flats, and you just want to finalize the price for your, I would say, flat. So how you will just finalize the price? You will not finalize at your own. Suppose usually in the market, three bedroom home and kitchen flat cost around 50 lakh rupees. So you cannot put that, you cannot mainly finalize price at 70 lakh or $1 million like that, because everybody will just say that that real estate company just uh, mainly is looking for to make unnecessary profit. Okay, so you need to keep the price of your product which is there in the market. If you just want to keep bit higher, then you will have to provide some more, I would say, features or functionalities, or I would say amenities which are not provided by the other uh, opponents or the competitors. So for that, how you will just decide your price? So for that, you will have to run the regression problem. So in by running the regression problem, you will be able to decide what price you should finalize. So there are, I would say, various kind of techniques which are available in the machine learning. So machine learning is just a concept, okay? And then we are having each and every technique in the machine learning to solve all problems. So like if you just talk about the food, so food is nothing. Food is a concept. And whenever we just want to eat anything, so either we will be eating the pizza, we will be eating some sweet, we will be just drinking mango shake. So we are having the various kinds of items, or I would say techniques to eat. Okay, we just say everything as a food. So same way in the machine learning as well, we are having lots of techniques, and each and every technique is used to predict the value as per the requirement. So that is what machine learning is. I will just explain you using this hierarchy chart as well, and where it is used. So machine learning is used in all the companies whosoever is just looking to make the profit. So now you can just think that no company is there in the world who want to earn the money. If there is a company which is not looking for profit, they will not use machine learning. And if any company just looking for to make the profit, they will definitely use the machine learning, because machine learning is, I would say, technique, or I would say helper to the company which just tells them to take corrective or proactive action to make their customer happy and to make the profit. Okay, so I have just answered this question as well. Why should you learn machine learning? So mainly, if you want that guy who will just help company to make the profit, so you should learn machine learning definitely, because whatever company is there in the world, they are just looking for the guys who just know the machine learning and who can tell the company like what they should do. Okay, and what that guy is called who just use machine learning, that guy is called the data scientist. Okay, so data scientist, it is just a designation. Okay, we just say as a data scientist, but it is just a designation. So data based on company to company, some companies can just give the data scientist designation only, some companies just can give analytics manager, analytics analyst kind of designation. Some companies just can give the designation of the machine learning expert, machine learning engineer, machine learning specialist. Whereas you will be just using the machine learning only if they are just having the requirement to predict the values. Okay, then what all components are there in the machine learning? So now we will just start discussing here. So like whenever we just want to learn machine learning, so mainly you will just mainly we are having the supervised machine learning. These are the group, I would say, and unsupervised machine learning. We are having the semi supervised machine learning as well, and reinforcement machine learning as well. Okay, whereas these are the two which are used most. Okay, and those other two are used, I would say, in some scenarios, not as a general. Okay, first, whenever you are looking for to learn machine learning techniques, so you should focus on these techniques, whatever I have just noted down here. And now you will just ask like what is supervised or what is unsupervised machine learning. So for that, I will just explain that as well. Now first let's discuss uh, what problem types are there. So like if we are having the regression problem, so that comes under the supervised machine learning problem. If we are having the classification problem, that also comes as a under as a supervised machine learning technique. Okay, and if we are doing the clustering, it is unsupervised machine learning, or dimension reduction techniques are also under the unsupervised machine learning technique. And whenever I am just saying regression, problem type regression, so what does that regression problem type means? So if you just want to predict some numeric value, as we have just discussed about the home price as well. So like basis on how we can, whenever we just want to decide the home price, so it will be a numerical value. Okay, either $1 million or $0.5 million, or Indian rupees, we can just talk about 70 lakh rupees, 2 crore, this way. And how it is just decided? home price is decided based on the locality where you are just looking for home. How many, I would say, bedroom, toilet, and kitchen based on size as well. It is like 1000 square feet, 2000 square feet, or 10,000 square feet, or I would say 50,000 square feet. It will, home price will depend on that as well. Whereas what is our requirement? We want to predict the home price, and price will be in the numeric value. So if we just want to predict the numeric value, then it is called as a regression problem. Okay, and now we can just discuss about the classification problem. What does classification problem means? So classification problem is like whether my home, suppose you are having home, so whether your home will be sold or not. Okay, so this way, if you just want to decide the category of your home, then it is just called as a classification problem. Okay, we can just take simple example as well. Let's take an example of our life only. So suppose we have just suppose let's take an example. I am MS in statistics. Okay, I know Python, R, and I would say Tableau and machine learning. And now I just want to check what salary I will get. So it is the numerical problem. And how I will just decide what salary I will get. First, I will just see my friends, if somebody has just done the MS in statistics, so I will just start comparing other guys with me, and then basis on that I will just start judging what salary I will get. So that is the problem of the regression. Let me just open one Excel. So suppose MS and Python and suppose R and SAS and Tableau, and then I would say here I am having one my friend. Let me just say Sandy. Okay, so he just got $1 million salary, or I would say 10K, 10K per month USD. Okay, USD. Then same way we are having XYZ friend, and he is like MBA, and he just got, suppose he just having knowledge of SAS, Python, and Power BI. Okay, I'm just giving a bit simple example, and he just got suppose 9K salary, 9K salary USD, USD. Okay, and now what you know? I will just write you. So you are suppose MS, but you know SAS, and I would say R, and you know suppose Power BI. Okay, so what salary you will get? So you will just compare yourself with these guys, and you want to predict the numerical value. So you will just see with these configurations, or I would say eligibilities, he just got 10K. With these eligibilities, he just got 9K. So you will also get around 9 to 10K. You can just simply think like that. So here, if you just think or talk about this data, it is the name, it is the education. Okay, and it is, I would say, technology 1, tech 2, and it is tech 3, and here as well it is tech 4, technology 4. Okay, and here it is our salary get. Okay, so here whatever we want to predict is called as a input variable. It will be called as a input variable. Okay, and these will be, sorry, it is called as a output variable, output variable, and these are called as a input variable, input variables, or we can just say that independent. And this output variable is also called as a dependent variable, dependent variable. Okay, so basis on these thing, you just get the salary. Suppose if you are not MS, and you are not, I would say, you are not having the knowledge of this, so you will not get any job, because companies are looking for MS and Python and R, so you will not get job. So basis on these variables only you are getting the job. So we are just predicting the numeric value here, and we are having the input variable. So if we are having the output variable, and basis on the output variable we will just compare our salary as well, what we will get basis on our friends. So it is the regression problem because we are just predicting the numerical value, and we are just comparing the salaries of other guys based on their qualification. So here we are having the output variable as well, whatever we want to predict, and we are having the input variable as well, whatever values they were just having. So this problem is called the regression problem. And as we are having the output variable as well here, because we are having the other salaries for these guys, so so it is called the supervised machine learning, because we are just supervising these I would say qualifications for the salary. Okay, so it is, that is why it is called the supervised machine learning technique. And as we are just predicting the numerical value, so it is called the regression problem. And same way, if you just want to predict, like, he just got the salary, he just got the job, he just got the job, and now you just want to predict whether you will get the job or not. So basis on the I would say qualification, you just know that he is MS, Sandy is MS, he is Python developer, he know R, SAS, W, so he got the job. Then same way MBA, SAS, Python, W, he got the job. So same way you will just compare yourself with other guy. So they you can just simply see from here that he is just having the educational qualification as you are having, he is just having the knowledge of the technologies as you are having, so you will also get the job. So if we here, what we are doing, we are just classifying data into the categories. So that is why it is just called the classification. Wherever we just want to classify the data in either yes or no or in various categories, so it is called the classification problem. And here as well, it is our, it will be called as a output variable for the classification problem. If we are running the classification problem, we will not be having the salary. If we are running the regression problem, we will be having the salary, we will not be having the yes and no. Okay, and as we are having the input variables here and the output variable as well, so that is why it is called the supervised machine learning technique, and it is just called the classification problem. So suppose if somebody also comes ABC, and he is not, I would say, he is illiterate, we can just say not educated. Okay, and then you just see he just knows only R. He is not educated, but somehow he just learned the R. So this will now basis on the previous data. You can just say that he was MS, he was just having knowledge of various technologies. He is MBA, he is just having the knowledge of various technique. Whereas this ABC guy is not having the any degree, and he just aware about the R. So what you will just start thinking in the layman language, you will just think that even I don't trust whether he's just having the knowledge of R or not. Okay, so this way, what you will just say, you will just say that you are having the probability no as a getting job. Okay, and if you are able to get job, then you will get the salary, suppose 1K USD dollar only. So if you are just predicting the regression problem, you can just predict this way. And if you are predicting the classification problem, so you will just classify this record as a no. So here we are having the dependent variable and independent variable. So it is the supervised machine learning technique. Same way we are predicting the values based on the data. So it is the supervised machine learning technique. Okay. So we are just done with discussing, I would say, these both. Okay, now we will just discuss what is unsupervised machine learning technique. So suppose, let's take example of this data only. Now you don't know any salary, you don't know whether they will get job or not. You just take an example of a class of uh, ms ms class. Okay, so in ms class there will be around 60 guys. Okay, and basis on that, suppose this guy just got scored marks. He scored 95%. Okay, and he just scored 80%, and this guy just scored suppose 30%. I'm just giving an example. So like if 30% or 35% is the minimum marks to pass. So this guy is will be also having the MS degree, but he is just having the lesser marks. He is not having any knowledge as well. This way. Now, and he is just having suppose 40% marks. Okay. So you just now we need to classify this data into the whether who will just get the job or not. So here we are not having the output variable, which is yes or no. Okay. So basis on this data only, we are not having output variable, we are having the independent variables only. And here we need to decide whether who will get job or not. Okay. So how we can do that? So for that we will have to use the sorry for that we will have to use the unsupervised machine learning technique, and which is the clustering, and we will just use the k-means or the hierarchical clustering technique here. And then once we just run the k-means or hierarchical clustering, so those techniques will just divide this data into the two groups. So it will just divide the data into these two groups this way. So here it will be just assigned as a group 1, and this way, and here it will be just assigned as a group 2. Once you will just run the technique, you will just get the group created this way. So if you just see this data by your eyes only, you can just simply divide this data into the two groups. You can just say that these two guys are intelligent guys because they just know various techniques and they are MS as well, and they are having the good marks. And you will just say that these are the MS guys but having the lesser marks. So probability of getting job of these guys is lesser because no company will just hire this kind of guy. We will just say this way. Okay, so same way k-means and hierarchical clustering will just divide this data into the two groups, and then you will just perform the profiling of this data. And what does profiling means? So you will just see like what salary they are just getting, what educational qualification and the other technological qualification they are having, and basis on that you can just then say yes, this guy will just get the job. And then you will just do the profiling of this guy, and you will, after the profiling, you will just come to know that like okay, you are having this 35% marks. Okay, then you are not intelligent and companies are looking for intelligent guy, so you will not get job. So cluster analysis, unsupervised machine learning ran mainly uh, we run those that way. Okay, so if you just want to do the classification problem, so it was the classification problem because we just wanted to check whether these guys will just get the job or not. So same way we can just perform the regression problem as well for these. Okay, so here like we are having these guys, so we can just run regression problem as well. And if we will just regression problem, same way we will just get two groups created. Then we will just say that these guys will just get the high salary. Cluster analysis will not tell what salary they will just get. It will just simply divide data into the groups. It will not tell like what salary this group will just tell. Simply you will have to say that this guy will just get the high salary and these guys will just get the low salary if they are able to get the job somehow. So this way we can use the cluster analysis. So as we are not having the salary variable and the yes or no variable, so it is not called as a supervised machine learning. It is called as a unsupervised machine learning because we are not having the output variable. Okay, so if we are having the input variables only, so we will just run the sorry, we will just run this unsupervised machine learning technique, cluster analysis, k-means or the hierarchical clustering. And we will just run these both techniques. We will just see which technique is just giving us the right result. So once you will just learn this, so you will be able to understand which technique is just performing good on these two data. So now we are just, I would say, clear about supervised machine learning and unsupervised machine learning. We know regression, classification, and cluster analysis as well. We are remaining with the dimension reduction. So, like whenever we are getting the data from the client, so we will get lots of variables. Lot of variables means like here you can just see we are having five variables. So we are just checking the quality or qualities, or I would say eligibility of the guys in the five variables where we are having the education, four technologies, and the marks. Okay, so sometimes whenever we are working for the client, we will just get 200 variables, 500 variables. So in that case, you will not run the any technique directly on the 500 variables. First, you will just see that. So suppose if I am having one variable here, let me just write it for you. and I'm just having one variable here whether that guy is long and fat. So suppose this guy is long, yes, and this guy is long, and this guy is suppose this guy is long, this guy is not long, and this is long, and this is not long, and suppose this guy is fat and not fat, and fat, and then fat and not fat. So we can have various variables. So right now we are having the variable, these variable as well for these guys. But do you think that whether if you are long or not, it will help you to get the job for the technology? It will not help, because whenever you are working as a technical job, your mind will matter, not your height will matter. Okay. Same way, whether you are fat or not, whether you are thin or not, it will not matter. It will depend on your mind, because if you are fat, it doesn't mean your mind will just run faster. If you are thin, your mind will run faster. So these are the unnecessary variable. Okay. So whenever, what does that mean now? So mainly this feature selection, PCA, we just run to find what variable we will use in our model. Okay, so that is what dimension reduction techniques are. So we are done with this thing. Now we will just discuss quickly about the regression and logistic regression. So like, if we just want to get the regression problem, we want to predict like what salary we will get. So we can just get with the help of regression, decision tree, random forest, and the SVM. So these are the techniques, I would say. Techniques. Okay. So like problem type and the techniques. So we are having the various techniques, and we can just use those techniques to get the regression problem or the classification problem. So like whenever you are just looking for, so I have just written what you need to do or what you need to learn. So whenever you are looking for to learn any machine learning technique, so from my point of view, you should focus learning these techniques. I will just make, no, it is not looking good. Yes, and it is DT is also decision tree. I have written it in the short form, and you should learn these, and you can just learn these as well. So I have written down few techniques here. So like in the classification, we can just get the classification problem solved by the logistic regression, decision tree, random forest, and SVM, support vector machine. Okay, and naive Bayes, KNN, and NN, neural network. So once you are just going to learn anything, so don't run. Like if somebody just saying we will just teach you everything within 1 hour or 5 hour or 10 hour, so nobody can just teach you all this technique within 1 hour or 5 hour or even 10 hour or even 15 hour, because each technique, explanation of each technique, this logistic regression will take around 8 hours to explain. Okay, so if a single technique is just taking 8 hours to explain, so how can somebody just teach all the techniques within 10 hour or 5 hour? So like whenever you will be going to the company, so you will be either fresher or you will just start learning first time. So what you will, if you just go to company and you just say that I know all the techniques, then interviewer will come to know that you have just learned from some, I would say, cheap source, and that is why you were just saying, because nobody knows all the techniques and nobody just using all these techniques as well. Machine learning has provided these techniques, and lots of times mainly people are using the regression, decision tree, random forest. So as you just see here, decision tree is written here as well in the regression, and decision tree DT is, and random forest is written in the classification problem as well, because these techniques can be used to predict the regression problem as well and the classification problem as well. Whereas only regression analysis, so I have just written the regression only, but it is regression analysis. So regression analysis I have not written here, because regression analysis is also a single, is a technique. Okay, least square technique. So it is used to predict the regression problem as well. And you just see here logistic regression I have not written down here, because logistic regression is used to predict the classification problem only. So most of the times companies are using logistic regression, decision tree, and the random forest. Okay, and whenever we are talking about the cluster analysis, so k-means and hierarchical clustering is used a most. So you should focus learning, I would say, few techniques which are used most. So these techniques, k-means, and cluster analysis, hierarchical clustering, logistic regression, random forest, and regression analysis will cover around 70 to 80% scenarios while you are just going to predict your values in the company. And if you just learn or you just become master of these techniques, so interviewer will also be impressed by you. Let me just show you one example. So suppose we are having one technique of the, and like whenever we are just talking about these techniques, so these techniques can be implemented in R, Python or SAS everywhere. Okay. So now we need to decide where we want to implement this. So you just see here regression. So let me just show you for Python. So you just see here, we are having 6 hour course for logistic regression only. And if you just start building logistic regression with the help of SAS, it is around 8 hours. Okay. For the hour, so it will depend based on software to software, it is around 7 hours. So how can somebody just teach you the complete machine learning within 6 hours or 8 hours? Because I am able to explain each technique in 7 to 8 hours. And now, like you will just hear, if you just go to PPT and like I can just cover a few points quickly. So we are done with this. Then like whenever you just start searching to learn, so you will just find lots of, I would say, tutorial. They will just say that learn Python machine learning or R machine learning free of cost within 5 hours or 7 hours. So they just want to get the views only, and they just want to take your contact details. Then they will just start calling you and they will just say that we have just taught you the free, now you just give us money and we will just then tell you more advanced thing. So it will be like that. So if you are just looking for to get the job, actually don't waste your time whether you learn from anywhere, but you just go for the paid courses because they will be able to teach you the right thing. And if some course is just telling that they will just teach you everything complete machine learning, then they are just trapping you, because they will just make you fool over there. They will just teach you half knowledge. So it is like you just want to learn driving, then one day I will just tell you how, I will just show you the some Audi, and second day I will just show you truck, and someday I will just show you tractor. So you cannot learn anything. So you will be able to learn once you just learn the driving car. Okay, around 10 to 8 days. Once you are just done with that, then you just go to the another technique. You cannot learn everything with half knowledge. So same way you should focus learning end to end, then company will just hire you. Otherwise you will be there in the issue. You can just search anywhere on any job portal. You just go to give interview, you will just come to know what interviewers are mainly asking. They are just asking lots of complex questions, and once you just go to interview, they also know that uh, by answering, I would say, by asking 2 to 3 questions, they will be able to judge you whether you know those techniques or not. Okay, now we are having another question. Can non-stats background guy learn machine learning or not? So you can just learn machine learning whether you are having the statistics background or not. Because like you will just find lots of guys will just say that they will just start, I would say, scaring you. Because they will just first scare you, then you will just think that it is typical, then they will just say that we can teach you that. So then you will just build the trust on them, but it is not like that. Whenever you will just build the machine learning model, you will not build that by calculator or pen or paper like that. Either you will be building those models in the SAS, R or Python. So those softwares will be building all the statistics techniques. You will not have to mainly build any, I would say, algebraic equation or any sine theta, cos theta, whatever it is. Okay, so those will be done by the softwares. What you need to learn? You need to learn the right path to implement those techniques into the software. And once you have just implemented those techniques into the SAS, R or Python, and you will just get the result, then you should be able to understand how to interpret that result and how to apply that result into the business requirement of your client. Okay, so you need to learn that. So if somebody is just telling you that, then they will just teach you in the proper way. Otherwise it is not like you will have to have the knowledge of the algebra or something like that. Okay, so it is, machine learning is easy if somebody is just telling you in the easy way. it is hard if somebody is just telling you in the hard way. Okay, is programming required for machine learning? Definitely programming is required for the machine learning. You will just find lots of softwares where we are having the drag and drop kind of, I would say, functionality. So like if you are not having the programming knowledge, so we are having the, I would say, SAS enterprise miner in the SAS. Okay, and you don't need to write any code, you just drag and drop everything and your machine learning model will be built. But whenever you are using the GUI based software, you will be having the limited functionality and you will not be able to get the good result as you can just get with the help of programming. And it is not like all the time you will be using the SAS, R or Python. So time to time you will be just changing the software. Right now, as per the current scenario, SAS, R, Python are in the demand. But who knows after 10 years which software will just come. Okay, so over there we don't know whether programming will come or not. So simply I would say that as a final word, if you are aware about the programming, it will be definitely plus point for you because everything can be done easily with the help of programming. And all the techniques whatever we are having in the Python as well, in this as well, those are the program codes only, those are not a drag and drop kind of solution. Okay, and is programming is required, I have just told you that as well. Then what salary you can expect as a data scientist? So I would say that data scientists always get the huge salary and good salary, but we cannot say that like usually you will get the salary higher than other, I would say, job roles. But it is not like you will just get the higher salary always. It will depend based on the company to company. So like if you are just working for startups, so you will get a bit low salary compared to the MNC companies. Okay, then we are having from where you should learn. So you can just learn from anywhere, you can just learn the online face to face. But what you need to focus, you need to focus, nobody should say that I'm just teaching free, or somebody just saying within 10 hour or 15 hour we will just make you the machine learning master. It is not like that. And whenever somebody is just teaching you machine learning directly, they are also trying to make the money only, because you cannot build the machine learning models directly on the data. First, you will have to process your data, you will have to enable your data so that you can just apply the machine learning models on the data. So for that, you will have to learn how you can process or make your data orientation as per the machine learning models. So for that, you will have to learn data processing as well in the technique. Then you just go to learn the machine learning. If you already know how to process data and prepare, then it is good for you. You can directly go to learn the machine learning. Okay, and is ML is enough to get the job? Yes. So once you are able to learn, so after learning the data processing and machine learning, you can just go for the job. But there are more requirements as well. So lots of companies are looking for the time series forecasting and NLP also. Okay, so you may face this kind of, I would say, requirements. So some companies are just, mainly lots of companies are services based company, so they do not get all the time, I would say, requirement for the regression prediction or the classification prediction. Some companies are just having the requirement of the uh, text analyzing. Okay, so they are just having the text data and you need to analyze the text data over there. Okay, and for that you should know NLP techniques. So whenever you just whenever you are having the knowledge of the machine learning, you will be working as a data scientist, because machine learning is nothing, machine learning is a concept, we need to know these techniques. So same way, whenever we are working as a data scientist, so we need to know the time series forecasting as well. And time series forecasting is also the concept as we are having the machine learning. In the time series forecasting, we are having the ARIMA, ARIMAX, seasonal models. So we need to learn those. Same way we are having the NLP and NLP as well. We need to learn the package. We are having the GenSim package. We will just run TDTIF count vectorizer, and we will just run the LDA technique to find the topics in our data. Okay, then implementation technique. So implementation technique, so like once you have just learned the machine learning technique, so what I was just saying, no, can non-stats background guy learn machine learning? So I just said yes, because you don't need to apply any statistics there. manually. So you will be just using some software, and those softwares are SAS, R, and Python. Other than this, we are having lots of other software as well. We are having SP, SS as well. We are having the MATLAB, and we will be having more softwares. But usually these are used, these are in the demand. So don't go learning for these softwares from my point of view, because I just want to tell those softwares which are there in the demand, because you are just looking for job, not for learning purpose. For learning purpose only, you can just learn anything, but those will not help you to get the job. Okay, and like, is machine learning going to die in the future? So somebody can have this kind of question as well, like whether machine learning will die or not. So I would say that machine learning will not die in future. So in future you may see some more advanced techniques added to the machine learning, and based on time to time. So mainly we are having one rule. Nature is just having the change rule. So if nobody is just changing, then I would say that nothing will be improved. We are also changing time to time. Our salary is also changing. Scenario is changing. Cities are changing. Economy is changing. So same way, machine learning technique also will change, but you will have to learn those as per the time to time. So like, right, after machine learning, we are having the other solutions as well. We are having the deep learning solutions. So those are advanced techniques. We are having the TensorFlow as well. You can just apply lots of deep learning techniques with the help of TensorFlow. So we will be just start getting these kind of techniques as well in the future. But it is not like you can directly jump to the deep learning or AI, because you need to first learn these things. So these are the these are the first steps to start learning or start going for the data science job. So that is what about the machine learning I just wanted to tell you. Now I think, let me just go through all the questions quickly. I have just told you this as well, this as well. Machine learning, online, face to face. Yes, you can learn from anywhere, whatever you just feel is good. Is machine learning is enough? Yes, machine learning is enough in some cases, but not always, because it will depend on company to company. Lots of companies, if you just get a project where there is no requirement of the machine learning, then you will have to build the time series forecasting or the NLP. So you need to learn these as well with the machine learning. And time series forecasting and NLP is not part of the machine learning concept. Okay, it is going to die, it is not going to die, it is going to improve. That is the right answer. And salary also I have just covered. You will just get the good salary, I can just bet you that. So you can just search for the salaries in the any job portal in any country, whatever country you are interested in. So I don't want to commit any number over there. So because job portals are the right source to know like what salary you can just get. So we are done with this. So now, if you just want to learn any I would say technique, as mentioned here, so we are having the courses for each and every technique. So we are having the courses for machine learning technique, logistic regression with the help of SAS, R, and Python. We are having the time series forecasting models as well with the help of SAS, R, and Python. Same way, cluster analysis, this course just covers the k-means and the hierarchical clustering. And then we are having the regression analysis as well. So we have just explained these courses with the help of R, Python, and the SAS. So these are end-to-end course, and these will just tell you how to complete any project once you just get the data. This will not give you the half knowledge. So you will just get the complete knowledge to crack the project based on the scenario and how to implement that into the back to the client environment. Okay, so that is what we are having. Then we are having the analytics courses as well. So data processing. So you can just learn as per any requirement or your requirement, your preferences, and you can just call us or give us WhatsApp to get more details. Or if you just want, if you are having any query confusion, you can just give us WhatsApp call or email. We will just resolve your queries as per your requirement. And that is what mainly I just wanted to tell you. I hope it just help you, and I'll just request you to spread the word about it. You can just share this video if you just liked. Goodbye, guys.